Hey guys, welcome to a new video on trigonometry with me, Angad. Today we're gonna explore the complementary angle rules and some question and answers for your better understanding. Before we move any further or go any further, I would like to give you the answers to the challenge questions of the last video. So keep in mind that each slide is divided into two challenge questions. So each slide has two challenge questions. I would not be narrating or explaining the questions because I on my part have given the working out from step to step. I would be however be narrating the question number on the slide. So let's start. Question number 1 and 2. You can pause the video for 5 to 10 seconds and then move on to see the rest answers. Question number 2 and question number 3. Please pause the video for 5 to 10 seconds to cross-check your answers. Question number 5 and 6. Question number 7 and 8. Question number 9 and 10. Now let us study some complementary angle rules. Complementary angle rules. So as you can see on the left hand side, I've given you a image of a right angled triangle. In that, cos A is equal to AB by AC, sin C is equal to AB by AC, cos C is equal to BC by AC, and sin A is equal to BC by AC. As you can clearly see that cos A is equal to sin C because both of them are equal to AB by AC, and cos C is equal to sin A because both of them are equal to BC by AC. From this we get two equations. Cos A is equal to sin C and cos C is equal to sin A. As we know that angle A and angle C are complementary angles, so A plus C is equal to 90 degrees, and A is equal to 90 degrees minus C, and C is equal to 90 degrees minus A. I got these on transposing the variables C and A on the needed side. Now we will substitute the values of angle A and angle C. So we will be substituting the value of angle A in the LHS of the equation number 1. In case you don't know, LHS means left hand side. So on substituting the value of angle A in the LHS of the equation number 1, we get the following relation, which is cos 90 degrees minus C is equal to sin C. Now if we substitute the value of angle A in the RHS of equation number 2, we get another relation. Cos C is equal to sin 90 degrees minus C. But if we substitute the value of angle C in the RHS of equation number 1 and the LHS of equation number 2, we get another two relations. Cos A is equal to sin 90 minus A, and in cos C, or sorry, sin A is equal to cos 90 minus A. As you can see, both of these pairs have have the same angles on their left hand side and right hand side, but both of them follow the same pattern. Note that both of the pairs have this of the relations are same. The only difference is that in one pair both of the LHS and RHS have the same angle, and which is angle A, and in pair number 2 both of the LHS and RHS have the same angle, that is angle C. Therefore the only difference is that in both the pairs is only of the angles A and C. Please ignore this A, what I actually meant was S, LHS. On taking the reciprocal of the pairs we get the following four more relations. But keep in mind that that both of the pairs are same as they follow the same pattern. Now let's explore some more relations. For exploring some more relations, we will be taking the second pair, which is cos A is equal to sin 90 minus A and sin A is equal to cos 90 minus A. We will be naming them as equation number 1 and equation number 2 as I have written. Now, on dividing 1 by 2, which I mean is on dividing equation number 1 and by equation number 2, we get cot A is equal to tan 90 minus A. If we divide equation number 2 by equation number 1, we get tan A is equal to cot 90 minus A. Now, if we take the first pairs as equation number 1 and 2, we get the following. Cot C is equal to tan 90 minus C and tan C is equal to cot 90 minus A. Again, keep in mind that both of the pairs follow the same pattern, so both of them are the same. Now we have for these total relations, which are cos A is equal to sin 90 minus A, cos 90 minus A is equal to sin A, sec A is equal to cosec 90 minus A, sec 90 minus A is equal to cosec A, cot A is equal to tan 90 minus A, and tan A is equal to cot 90 minus A. Keep in mind that I just used the pairs which involve angle A in both the left hand side and the right hand side. You can use the pairs which have angle C in both of these of the sides, but they follow the same pattern, so it doesn't actually matter. These 6 relations are really important. You have to memorize them, just like you memorized the trigonometric ratios for specific angles. So now let's move on to some questions for your understanding, of course. Cos 55 minus sin 65 is equal to what? Using the complementary angle relation number 1, we see that sin 65 is equal to cos 90 minus 65, which is equal to cos 25. Now we will be substituting the value of sin 65 in the equation, which is cos 55 minus sin 65. So upon substituting, I get cos 55 minus cos 25, which is cos 30, which is again a specific angle, and for that specific angle we have a trigonometric ratio, which is under root 3 by 2. Question number 2. Cos 79 by sin 11 plus sin 79 by cos 11. So first we will be using the complementary angle relation number 1 for sin 11. So sin 11 is equal to cos 90 minus 11, which is equal to cos 79. Now we will be using the complementary angle relation number 1 again for cos 11. So cos 11 is equal to sin 90 minus 11, which is equal to sin 79. Now we will be substituting both of these values in the original equation. Upon substituting, we find that cos 79 by cos 79 is 1 and sin 79 by sin 79 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Of course, you can pause the video for 5 to 10 seconds for your better explanation. These are two more explanation questions. Cot A minus 30 is equal to tan A. Find the value of A using complementary angle relation number 6, which is cot A is equal to tan 90 minus A. In this cot A is A minus 30. So cot A minus 30 is equal to tan 90 minus A plus 30, because it is 90 minus A minus 30. So the minus sign is multiplied by the A and minus 30. So I get minus A and plus 30. So it becomes 90 minus A plus 30. Then on adding 90 and 30, I get 120 minus A. So the complementary angle is tan 120 minus A. Now we substitute the value of tan A minus 30 in the equation. So tan 120 minus a is equal to tan a. Using the fact that tan a is equal to tan b, then a is equal to b, we find that 120 minus a is equal to a, and then upon transposing, 120 is equal to 2a, and a is equal to 120 divided by 2, which is 60 degree. Therefore, a is equal to 60 degrees. Please ignore this 30 degrees. This 30 degrees, I actually meant to write 60 degrees, but I was a bit careless. Question number 4. Sec 3b plus 10 degrees is equal to cosec 80 minus b. We have to find the value of b again. So again, I was a bit careless and I wrote a. What I actually meant was b. So sec 3b plus 10 is equal to cosec 90 minus 3b minus 10, because we're using the complementary angle relation number 3. So then I subtract 10 from 90 and I get 80. So my answer is cosec 80 minus 3b. Now we substitute the value of sec 3b plus 10, which is cosec 80 minus 3b, in the equation, and the equation becomes cosec 80 minus 3b is equal to cosec 80 minus b. Using the fact that cosec a is equal to cosec b and a is equal to b, we find that 80 degrees minus 3b is equal to 80 degrees minus b. On transposing, we find that 80 minus 80 is equal to 0 and 3b minus b is equal to 2b. So b is equal to 0 degrees by 2. 0 by 2 is not undefined, because if you know that 0 by 1 is 0 and 0 by 2 is, I haven't checked, but it is not undefined. But if it were 2 by 0, then it would have been undefined. Now some questions for you. So I will be reading out these questions. Question number 1. If ABC are angles of a triangle ABC, prove that sine B plus C by 2 is equal to cos A by 2. Question number 2. If cot P plus Q is equal to 0, prove or show that tan P minus Q is equal to cot 2Q. Question number 3. If sine A is equal to cos B, find the value of A plus B. Question number 4. If tan 30 plus 4b is equal to cot 2b, then find the value of b. Question number 5. Simplify. Sine squared 37 degrees minus cos squared 53 degrees plus 3 tan squared 60 degrees plus 2 cot squared 45 degrees. You can of course pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes, work out your answers, and then see the answers, which I'm gonna give you in a second. So these are the answers to question number 1 and question number 2. I'm gonna read them out for you. So question number 1. For this we will be make use of the angle sum property, which is A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. So B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. So because the LHS of the original equation, which is sine B plus C by 2 is equal to cos A by 2, involves B plus C by 2, we will divide both of the sides of this equation, which is B plus C is equal to 180 by A, and we get B plus C by 2 is equal to 180 minus A by 2. Then we break down the 180 minus A by 2 into 180 by 2 minus A by 2, and I get that 90 minus A. So then B plus C is equal to 90 minus A. Now using the fact that P is equal to Q is equal to sine P is equal to sine Q. So I will be now writing the value. So sine B plus C by 2 is equal to sine 90 minus A, which is again equal to sine B plus C, which is equal to cos A by 2, because if I use the complementary angle relation, I actually get the if I use the complementary angle relation, I actually get that 90 minus a by 2. So sine b plus c is equal to sine 90 minus a by 2, which is none other than sine b plus c is equal to a by 2, because if I use the complementary angle relation in the sine b plus c is equal to cos a by 2, I get sine b plus c is equal to cos 90 minus a by 2. I know it's a bit confusing, but you can again pause the video or play back the video for some to clear your confusion. Question number 2. If cot p plus q is equal to 0, prove or show that tan p minus q is equal to cot 2q. The RHS of the relation involves only q. Therefore, we will be trying to find a relation between p and q using what's given and substitute the same to the LHS. So, cot p plus q is equal to 0. So, if you guys remember that if cot A is equal to 0, then we have to find a specific angle which involves cot, and the ratio of that specific angle is 0. So I found that cot 90 is equal to 0. So cot p plus q is equal to 0 is equal to cot 90. Because both of them are equal to 0, cot p plus q is equal to cot 90. And now using the fact that cot A is equal to cot B is equal to A is equal to B, I find that p plus q is equal to 90 degrees and p is equal to 90 degrees minus q. The reason why I found the value of p is because I will be substituting this value in the LHS, which is tan p minus q, to get q on both of the sides. So on substituting, I find tan 90 minus q minus q, because here I've got a minus q and instead of p I wrote 90 minus q. So 90 minus q is equal to tan 90 minus 2q, which is equal to cot 2q, which is equal to cot 2q. Yeah. Therefore, it is proven that if cot p plus q is equal to 0, then tan p plus p minus q is equal to cot 2q. So in this, if you can see, when when we use the complementary angle relation for cot 2q to find tan, we find that cot 2q is equal to 9 degrees minus 2q, tan 90 minus 2q, which is this. But I had to prove how I got that. So that's why I used this complicated method. You can pause the video and see the answers or play back the video to clear the confusion. Question number 3 and question number 4. If sine A is equal to cos B, find the value of A plus B. So using the complementary angle rule in the RHS, which is cos B, we see that cos B is equal to sine 90 minus B. Now, to substitute the value of cos B, which is sine 90 minus B, in the equation sine A is equal to cos B. So sine A is equal to sine 90 minus B. Now we will be using the fact that sine A is equal to sine B is equal to A is equal to B, that A is equal to 9 degrees minus B. On transposing B to the other side of the equals to sign, we find that A plus B is equal to 9 degrees. Therefore, the value of A plus B is 90 degrees. You can pause the video or play back the video in slow motion, because I by mistakenly talked too fast. So you can play back the video or pause the video for a better explanation. Question number 4. If tan 30 plus 4b is equal to cot 2b, find the value of b. Using the complementary angle rule in the RHS, cot 2b, we find that cot 2b is equal to 90 minus 2b. So now we will be substituting the value of cot 2b, which is tan 90 minus 2b, in the equation tan 30 plus 4b is equal to cot 2b. So tan 30 plus 4b is equal to tan 90 minus 2b. Now we will be using the fact that tan A is equal to tan B and A is equal to B, that 30 plus 4b is equal to 90 minus 2b. On transposing 2b and 30 to the other sides of the equals to sign, we find that 4b plus 2b is equal to 9 degrees minus 30 degrees. 4b plus 2b is equal to 6b, and 90 minus 30 is 60. So 6b is equal to 60. B is equal to 60 degrees by 6, which is equal to 10 degrees. Therefore, the value of B is 10 degrees. You can of course pause the video for 5 to 10 seconds for a better explanation. Question number 5. Simplify sine squared 37 minus cos squared 53 plus 3 tan squared 60 plus 2 cot squared 45. I will not be giving the explanation for this question because it's a really simple and easy question. This is just like the question I gave you in the starting for explanation. It's just like that. So I will not be explaining, and you will have to explain it to yourself on your own. So now it's time for some challenge questions. So here are the challenge questions. And before we discuss about the challenge questions, look at this cool emoji. The cool emoji says that best of luck for these questions. So, question number 1 is to simplify the following into an integer. The following is 89 cot 1 multiplied by cot 2 multiplied by cot 3. These dots in the middle means that it's continued from all the way to cot 87, cot 88 and cot 89. So I'm gonna give you a hint that you have to use the complementary angle rule, and also that tan A multiplied by cot A is equal to 1. So I will again be telling you this equation. It is 89 cot 1 multiplied by cot 2 multiplied by cot 3 moved or further into cot 87 multiplied by cot 88 and cot multiplied by cot 89. Question number 2. Find the value of under root 3 tan 10 multiplied by tan 20 multiplied by tan 60 multiplied by tan 70 multiplied by tan 80. I'm going to give you a hint that tan A multiplied by tan cot A is equal to 1. You can use the complementary angle rule. And also, if you notice that tan 60, there's a tan 60, it's a specific angle. And you have to find the trigonometric ratio for this specific angle on your own. Question number 3. If cot A plus B is equal to 0, then find the value of cos A minus 2B. A similar question was given just a few minutes or seconds ago, so I will not be giving a hint for this. Question number 4 is also the same as question number 3. So these are 4 challenge questions. The reason why I gave you just 4, because these 4 would be well and fine for you, because these 4 will be testing your knowledge, and I did them on my own and it took me a lot of time to do it. So you guys would also be taking a lot of time. So see you guys. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe and like the video if it was informational, and adios.